Earthworm Jim, the graphic novel by Doug TenNapel. This is an Indiegogo campaign that started earlier in 2019 and has just been delivered to my door, I think late last week, the week before Christmas. The important thing to note here is the campaign was delivered on time. Doug TenNapel did a great job keeping customers, supporters, up to date with frequent updates, lots of YouTube streams where you can see kind of the making of and in progress and all those sorts of things, which I know for me as an online backer, that sort of thing is important because, you often wonder whether you're actually going to get what you've paid for. And Doug's been doing this a long time. This is far from his first campaign, so he understands, or seems to understand, the importance of making sure folks are kept up to date and current and in the know, even if it was just a brief update. So appreciated that. One other thing I really appreciated was this box. I've supported a number of Indiegogo and Kickstarter campaigns in the past. I have never received a shipping box like this, a custom box made just for the product, which, I tend to like to throw these things away so I don't have a bunch of junk around my house. I'm going to have a hard time getting rid of this one. I think I'm going to have to hang on to it, maybe even keep the product in it when I'm done reading through everything, because it's just it's so cool. Really, really cool. The only unfortunate thing is you can kind of see here, I did get a hole in it. The short unboxing brief unboxing video that I did explained a little bit about the journey that this thing took to get to my house, and that was, it came to my address on the East Coast, and the postal worker decided not to deliver it. I'm assuming they did because it was rainy, it was nasty. It was right before Christmas, so the mail didn't even come until about 7 or 7:30 the evening that it was projected to get here. And next thing I knew, the tracking was showing that the product was being sent to the West Coast, to California. So got Doug's shipping vendor involved, just contacted them to see if they could help out. They said that they'd look into it. I didn't hear back after that, but the next day I got a notification that it was heading back to my location on the East Coast. So I'm assuming that they did. They were able to step in and get that taken care of. So that's that. That's the box. And of course, the main thing that was in the box that I and everybody else cares about is this book. This book was a long time in the making. The Earthworm Jim games came out years ago, decades ago, and I was a big fan back then. So I was really excited when I found out that Doug, and I'm going to call him Doug. I don't know Doug, but everybody calls him Doug online, so I'm just going to call him that. So if it's too familiar for you, just ignore it and pretend like I'm saying Mr. TenNapel. He got the rights back and was able to do what he's classified as his dream project, and it shows. I mean, if you look at the quality here, it's far and above anything I've ever seen before. You can kind of see as I tilt it there, you can see the gold here is kind of a foil inlay. You can also see the way the light plays across it. It's embossed. And you see the title there is embossed as well. There's embossing on the back with more foil inlay. Look in the edge, you see your gold leaf on the edges. Open it up. It's beautiful oil painting by another artist that Doug enlisted, who has his own Indiegogo going that I've supported. Hopefully I'll be getting that here in the near future. That one's been delayed a bit. Mirabal. I don't want to say it wrong. I'm horrible at names. So you got Jim here, Psychro here on this side. You got this kind of 2-page layout. Doug's big about packing in gags into his product. You got his handwritten thing. If you look real closely, you can see in here. That's spoiler alert. That's the glow-in-the-dark ink, where there's kind of a special message from Doug. I haven't had it in the light long enough now to charge it up for you to see, but pretty cool that he did that. And then you get into the story. And the story is typical from what you would expect from Doug. Doug is big on cartooning. He's big on the gag. He's big on overall just kind of silliness. He likes to tell funny stories, and this is no exception. If you're here looking for great meaning or great depth or great insight into the meaning of life, this is not the book for you. But if you want something that has just some really funny sight gags, some good little jokes, some juvenile humor, which I know I tend to enjoy, much to my wife's chagrin, you'll enjoy this. This is very good. It's a light story, but it's fun. They're all the characters from the video games, or not all, most of the characters that were really popular, you'll probably remember and see in here. Snot is one of the main ones that really kind of gave me a couple of laughs, which is basically, well, it's snot. It's a big blob of phlegmy type substance that is conscious and aware and kind of behaves much like a dog, where the dog in this is a mutant kind of Jekyll and Hyde character that is much more aware and intelligent and more human than dog. So, kind of funny plays on things like that. The colors in here are fantastic. I don't want to flip through too much because I don't want to spoil the story for anybody. But you can see, if you watch the making of videos, Doug and his team took a little bit of a different approach to this. He did a lot of heavy inks and ink wash on top of his pencils. And then his colorist colored on top of his ink wash. Let's get his team in here now. The colorist was Catherine Garner. She did a just fantastic job. If you look at this, she's been coloring and involved with a lot of Doug's Earthworm Jim stuff for a very long time. But you see how she just really enhanced those ink washes. Gave it a nice fun flair. Kept it cartoony, but really kind of brought those black and white inks and ink washes to life for Doug. Let's see. Anyway, that's probably about all I want to say about the book. The book is very well done. It's funny. It's kind of self-contained, and it leaves it open for a sequel, which I think that Doug's planning on doing a series of these, especially with the success of this one. Hopefully he'll be able to do that. And anyway, if you have the opportunity to get this, if you didn't catch it on the campaign, you have the opportunity to get it, I highly recommend it. It's a good read. It's a lot of fun. And this is truly one of the best quality graphic novels you will find anywhere. Just really, really nicely done. So the next thing in the box is the making of book. So this has a lot of the same flair and nice features that the graphic novel had, but the edge in here is silver instead of gold. You still have the embossed on the front and some on the back. I don't see, there's not the foil inlay on the character, but there is on the names down at the bottom. Doug TenNapel and Mark Lorenzen put this together. Nice foil signature there. And this book, I haven't finished reading it yet, but I find it so far very intriguing. Just kind of the background from the creation of Earthworm Jim, how the games got made, the team that made those games. There's a nice timeline in here from conception through present day of this novel, including all of Doug's work between then and now. The lots of original art, little sketches and stuff further in here, photos of the team and whatnot. This is for those that have an interest in how something like Earthworm Jim, which really was kind of a phenomenon when it came out, how that gets made, the people behind it, how that happens, the spark of creativity, that little bit of magic that makes it into people's minds and grabs people's attention, and that you just don't see every day. Things that if somebody were to explain to you, he's a superhero. He's just an Earthworm Jim or an Earthworm in a spacesuit. Most people would write that off as silliness and stupidity. But you add in the slapstick humor and the technology and the smarts of the team that put that together initially, just from what Doug presented from his imagination, and you get something that really grabs people's attention and holds a special place in people's hearts. So I highly recommend that if you get this product, or if Doug does another Indiegogo later where some of these books may be available, that you pick one up. This is really, really nice, really well done. Look forward to finishing it up. All right. The rest of the items in the box were kind of the extras and all. I don't think I paid for a good number of these. A lot of these were stretch goals, but he threw in some extras too. But one thing that I knew was included that I was really excited about was this. This is the first 22, I think, pages of Bigfoot Bill 2. I did enjoy the first Bigfoot Bill that Doug did, so this was kind of exciting and fun to know that I'd be getting this. And once again, just Doug's quirkiness and his humor comes together in here. Made me really excited for this campaign when it kicks off in 2020. I'll definitely be purchasing that. But this is an Earthworm Jim campaign review, so I'm going to skip too much on this other than let you see that really cool cover there. That's a nice cover. Next thing in the box were my Earthworm Jim cards, which I've not opened yet. So this is stretch goal cards, tattoo, foil, and lenticular. Let's, I normally don't open these things up, so this pains me a little bit, the collector in me, but what's the point of having them if you're not going to look at them, right? All right, so there's that. What do we got? Okay, here's my Earthworm Jim tattoo. Very nice. There's a lenticular. That's a nice foil card. Queen, what's her name? On the back, a little bit of backstory, and then the lenticular card. You can see changes from Earthworm Jim eating a sandwich to him getting smacked in the head with a sandwich. Or no, a sandwich flying at his head and smacking him. There we go. All right. And then I got another pack of cards. Let's open that bad boy up. I'm really bad at opening these things because I just don't do it much. There we go. All right. We got Evil the Cat, Psychro, Doug Facts. All right, let's see what this says, if I can read it off camera. When the Brits came over and started making big video game money, they all bought sports cars. The Americans didn't understand that in the UK, these items were so expensive that it was really rare and a dream come true to be able to own one. Huh. All right. The card, Evil the Cat, which just cracks me up, but that's just me. That looks like another tattoo, maybe, or a sticker. Psychro. And another pack of cards. Let's open this up too. These are really nice quality, by the way. Nice, good card stock. They got a good solid feel to them. All the edges are good and sharp. All the corners good and sharp. Good product. Good product. So here we got something by Mike Kelsch. Battle Damage. You got Snot and Earthworm Jim there. Nice black and white. Princess What's Her Name and Earthworm Jim. That's disturbing. UWG2 cheat code. Wow, nice. If I ever play that again, I guess I'll use that. It's more black and white art. Very nice. And another sticker. Very, very nice. All right, next thing in the box. The Earthworm Jim, what do you call these? Blockheads. You know, my OCD will not allow me to cut this out and fold it together. But that's pretty cool. Pretty cool that you would include that. maybe somebody out there will put one together and show it for everybody to see. And then came some things that I was not expecting. Some of these art prints, very, very nice. Kind of a ink and watercolor look and feel to it. So you got Jim and Snot on the rocket, and a nice kind of collage of Psychro, Evil the Cat, Earthworm Jim, and Princess What's-Her-Name. And that is pretty much it, with the exception of this giant poster that also came with it that I'm not going to unfold right now. You can probably look online and see that, or better yet, find a way to get your hands on one of these packages yourself. So all that said, this is truly one of the best Indiegogos I've supported over the years. As far as it was on time, the creator kept everybody up to speed on status, and actually delivered more than what was promised. You know, it's one of those things of under promise and over deliver. I'd say he certainly succeeded in that. So my score for this would be a full $1 out of $1 on my grading scale of 0 to no cents to $1. Mr. TenNapel, you earned yourself $1. Good work. More reviews are incoming, folks. I got a lot more Indiegogo campaigns and other things I'm going to be reviewing. So please click the subscribe button, click the like button, sign up for YouTube if you haven't already. Get those notifications, and let me know what you think of the video. The only way I can improve is by knowing what you like and what you don't like. So I'll keep doing these as I get things in, and hopefully you'll keep clicking like and keep subscribed. Peace.